Hey y'all, it's Anthony with Sports Nutrition, and I've made this video to just answer any questions about the NCAA Food for Thought grant. We are launching next semester, and just as a review, this is a grant that I was awarded that's going to give your team the opportunity to win some money for completing a little mini sports nutrition class. All right, so just to give you an overview, this is a grant awarded by the NCAA, and it was in the amount of $20,000. Not all of that is going to be able to go to the teams just because of some bureaucratic stuff. So about $8,000 of that had to go through administration and dissemination. But $12,000 of that is for team snack stipends. And what that means is that for each of your student athletes that completes this online nutrition course, I'm going to be awarding about $100 to go toward the team. So for 10 people for each team, that would be about $1,000 for each team. But I'm going to also award an additional $1,000 to the highest grade point averages on the quizzes that we give inside this grant. The top men's and women's team will get an additional $1,000. So here's some more details on the grant, just if you're curious about that, but I'm going to get into some more here in this little presentation. So here's the workflow of the grant and what this is going to look like for your student athletes. There's 10 modules and they cover all of these topics here. Your student athlete will start with the first module and simply work through all of them until they get to the end. They're going to complete each module in order. Each module will have a quiz or some sort of activity, and that's how we keep score to award money to the highest scoring teams. And then I'm going to encourage each of your athletes to schedule a meeting with me for a one-on-one nutrition program, which is something that I do anyway, but I'm tying it into the grant to have a stronger drive for action there. Okay guys, just wanted to give you a quick overview of what this program looks like for your student athletes. When they go on our website, which we will link them, we'll also send you the links in the email so they can get on here. They'll go here to the program information where they can watch a video overview of how it works, and then they can work through each module as you see here. At the end of each module, they'll have a little quiz that they complete, and they have a test at the beginning and end. But once they complete all the modules, then they will be in line for the reward that goes to their team, and also for the grand prize that goes for the team that scores the highest in all the quizzes. Also, as a feature of this app that I've integrated with the sports nutrition program, they can also chat with the dietitian. I could do telehealth appointments with them, and I can also send them information to just help them out as an athlete. So besides the grant that we're providing, this program that we've integrated provides robust support features for the student athletes and working with the dietitian. So here's the timeline for 2021, and I guess just for your information is we were going to do this semester, but with the pandemic and everything going on, I thought it would be better to postpone just because there's a limited amount of energy that we can put into these things. So for 2021, in January, as your athletes return to campus, please schedule a team meeting with me to explain participation in this grant. So I'll take about 5 minutes to explain all the details in there, to give out the participation forms, and as soon as your student athletes return to campus, they can register for this grant and start working on it. Even if they get here early, we're able to do that with them. Then in February, I'm going to confirm all participation with the teams, and if there's anybody left over from that, I'll kind of talk about what that looks like. But it's open participation for any leftover openings in your team. So what I mean by that is this grant is geared toward freshmen and transfer students. So if you have 10 freshmen and transfer students on your team, those people have to fill in these spots first, okay? But let's say you only have 5, you would fill those in with those 5, and then there would be 5 remaining spots open. It's up to you and your team on who wants to fill that in. if you want to participate at all. If not, that'll just be more money for the other teams. And then finally in April, so they'll work on it through February and March, and in April I will announce the winners and the prize money will be distributed to each team. I'll be working with your operations manager to help you with the snack stipend and getting enough money for all that. All right, so this last slide is just to field some questions that you might have. So first is how many athletes can participate? Only 10 per team, so $100 per athlete. What can you use the money on? The money can only be used for snacks, for travel, locker room, or extra food at the APC. And so I'll work with your operations director to make that happen. Will this program be available every year? Well, the educational component is going to be a permanent feature in our sports nutrition program that all of your student athletes can take, the new freshmen and transfers. However, the prize money is only being awarded from the NCAA once. Next question, can I make my athletes participate? So can you force participation? No, this is a voluntary program. Forcing participation will automatically disqualify your entire team from the prize money. So they have to want to, or at least you can't force them to participate. How will the $1,000 bonus prize be awarded? I'm looking at those quiz scores and overall completion. The top men and women's team with the highest scores will win those. And then what happens to the extra money if some student athletes don't complete the program? So let's say, for example, team XYZ chooses not to participate. I'm just going to put that money into everybody else's pool so that you get the maximum amount of money per student athlete to participate. So that's it from me. As far as a general overview, I'll be reaching out to all of you guys as January gets closer and we need to start scheduling those team meetings. Hope to see good participation with everybody, and I'm here to answer questions in the meantime if you need anything. Thanks.